Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. Just want to welcome y'all and greet y'all to our 38th APP graduation. APP is Apprenticeship Preparation Program. So what we do here, we prepare folks for careers in union construction. As you may or may not know, the 10 students that we have here today came through our program, 10 weeks worth of commitment, right? So when we started this program in 2008, 2009, a lot of this work started 2008, 2009 with our late president, Jaylene Mosley. Um, we discovered there was a gap in the neighborhood. And the gap in the neighborhood was for formerly incarcerated, for folks returning from incarceration. It was unemployment. They lacked employment. They needed something sustainable. So after that research, it came up that union construction does not discriminate against a criminal background. They pay very well, benefits, wages, everything. So we decided on gearing the program towards getting people in the union, correct? So throughout the 10 weeks, like our program has grown since 2008, 2009. So throughout the 10 weeks, these gentlemen were here on time early before class, but this was all stuff that they were learning throughout the program as well, right? So this is stuff we teach throughout the program. So I just want to give my thanks to everybody that is joining us here today. And I also want to give a shout out to these gentlemen who committed 10 weeks of their personal time to get through this program, to get into the union. That's their goal. But without further ado, I just want to also give my coworkers a chance to introduce themselves too. I'll let JD come introduce himself.
Thank you, thank you. I feel special today. I just want to say welcome and to all the graduates and participants joining us on Zoom and in the room. Congratulations, 10 weeks. We made it. Like we always said during the class, it's not the end, it's the beginning of a journey, you know, and I really appreciate y'all allowing me to walk this process with y'all and to continue that process, and, you know, for the ones that's gonna reach back and come back and talk to the next generations of future construction workers in the unions, we'll be here. And I, you know, like I said, I really, really appreciate y'all. This was a tough one for me. We all, I'm gonna step outside the rules and speak for all of us, but I think we all had our amount of challenges and things that we had to deal with outside of class, and we had to still push through. And I add myself into that. And I, you know, I once again say thank y'all for allowing me to be transparent and just show y'all how to keep pushing, even when, you know, life kind of takes its toll. You know, you got to keep pressing. Don't just stop. So once again, I thank y'all for allowing me to show y'all how to do that, and, you know, get to know each and every one of you and walk this process out there, lifting bags and blocks and hitting those hikes, getting here at 6:30 in the morning, 4 days a week. You know, that's a major commitment. So, man, truly appreciate y'all for pushing through. Some of us raising kids, families, working night shifts and still having to make it here. So when I tell y'all I appreciate you, I truly appreciate you, because we can't do this without y'all. So with all that said, man, congratulations and forward movement.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, everybody, joining us here in person and virtually. We appreciate your commitment and support for our program. I just want to say briefly, I mean, a lot of things I've said. I want to graduate the students, the graduates. You did it, 10 weeks. You know, now it only begins, like we say. You know, the future is yours. You know, the sky's the limit. Right? You should be proud of yourself. We're proud of you. We're going to stay engaged. We want you to stay engaged with us, and we're gonna help you get to where you want to be. So again, congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to working with you. Continue working with you. Thank you.
Yes. So like JD was saying, like this was definitely a tough cohort. I think the last couple cohorts been tough, and not only on us but on everybody else too who is involved in this stuff, right? Like last year was an unfortunate year, and we all know how that year went. But that year also caused a lot of stress on folks. So for these people to still commit their time and make it through a program, like that's something very honorable, right? And I just want to give a shout out to a few of the guys, like a few people in here. I won't put too many people on blast, but a few guys bought cars during the class. Three cars were bought during the class. You know, a couple of guys were coming from all the way San Bernardino, an hour early still. One guy was taking the bus from downtown, still here on time every day, probably the first one for the most part, you know. And folks are working on this stuff, so that's why I think like going through the program, having that support is crucial. And with that being said, like I think a lot of our partners and a lot of the people we work with are what create that support for people, right? So at this moment, did Mauricio step up? Sorry about that. But yeah, and another thing that happens a lot is a lot of our students and a lot of our people come back to visit us, and we also just to share the love, but we also like when folks come back to us. So with that, I'll introduce Mauricio, who graduated the last class, and despite a lot of stuff that was going on, like he stood consistent and he got into the union. So let's give Mauricio a round of applause.
Good morning. My name is Mauricio Gonzalez, and I'm one of the miracles I can say that came out of this class. I graduated last class. I am what you would look at as a 7-time loser. Been in and out of prison most of my life. I came to believe that I was worth nothing, that I was never going to be anybody, and that I was just not worth even caring for. So this last time, however, when I got out of prison, I told myself, you know what, I need to start believing something different. And I was blessed with the opportunity to come into Flint Ridge. And the reason I say blessed is because the not just overall the groups, the classes, and of course the people that come and help us with math or whatever, but also the instructors helped me to finally believe in myself. You know, I like to start off with the sour part of my life, of my past, only because I like to say it like I feel it. I'm blessed today. I'm free. I'm off probation. I'm good. I'm doing really, really well. I'm sober. I'm clean. And all of this came because I finally allowed myself to believe in myself. But just as important, coming into this class helped me to actually see that I am worth something, that I can be hired, that even though those doors were closed in front of me at some points where they said, well, you're too old or whatnot. And I kept pushing. Ben kept pushing with me. I kept pushing with other brothers and sisters in this organization, and I made it. You know, I'm actually blessed and lucky to say today that I am a member, a carpenter member of the local 661. It's a good union. I mean, personally, I love carpentry. It's something that I never thought I would do. It's not easy, but it's doable. And yes, age does make a difference when you're doing this heavy lifting and whatnot. But then again, it's nothing that I can't do, that I couldn't do. And I thank God and Flint Ridge is by far a blessing to have been part of this class. Whatever it is that they ever need from me to step up and help out the next person, you best believe I'll drop what I'm doing and I'll do it. I say that because last night I worked graveyard and I didn't get no sleep. I came straight over here just to make sure that I would do this. You know, when I found out about the graduation at the last minute, but it doesn't matter. I found out about it and I'm here. So with that being said, it was worth the headaches, the tiredness, the issues that happened. I lost my mom during the time that I was doing this class, and I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and nothing stopped me. The only thing that could have stopped me was me. So by God's grace, I didn't let myself get in the way this time. Again, I listened to these brothers. It's just weird how 1, 2, or 3 people can literally help a person. In this case, I'll speak for me. That how these brothers here at Flint Ridge helped me believe in myself. Again, I was a 7-time loser, but I'm a winner today. So I thank God and I thank Flint Ridge for that. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Appreciate it, Mauricio. Yeah, and Mauricio, appreciate you for bringing up Ben and Isaac. Ben and Isaac have been here since the beginning of the cohort. They partnered with this cohort, man. Like they have been also, extraordinary in providing the students with information, right, to survive out there. And yet, Mauricio, I mean, thank you for that. Appreciate that. And also, you made it very easy, like being a good student, you know, and taking direction, because that's what it's all about out there. So I appreciate that. So we have another speaker up. Right now, I will introduce Reynard Turner. So Reynard Turner came in probably maybe 3 or 4 classes back, but is doing amazing. So let me jump on here because he is on his break. Yes, but we got him.
Fellas,
He's gonna talk with us real quick. So, how you doing, Reynard? Can you hear me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can hear you.
All right, cool. If you turn off the video, your connection might be better, but or you can leave it on. I can see you, but yeah. So I'll let Reynard introduce himself and give his speech of his experience through the program.
So before I was with Flint Ridge, I was doing security, and I actually got denied at college, you know, for the program. I was determined to get a career, and so I ended up. I still had.
I think it may be cutting off a little bit. Let's give him a second. If not, we can move on. We plan for this, thankfully. All right. So Reynard came in through our class a couple classes ago. You there, Reynard? Yeah, we can hear you a bit.
All right, so yeah, so I ended up getting denied at Southwest for the program that they were running for LAX, but I had kept the card for Andy, and so maybe like a month later, I ended up calling him that I could join the program. They helped me.
Cool. You, it's all good, Reynard. But I'll chop it up with you after this.
All right.
Cool. Thank you, bro. See you soon. All right. So Reynard Turner came through our program probably 2 or 3 classes ago, right? Yeah, and he waited a bit. He was patient, and he ended up getting into the sheet metal. In June will be 1 year he's been in the sheet metal, and he will be at a 3rd period. And Reynard is doing great. It's awesome. That's why I love that story as well too, because he came from another program. The program was at capacity, and then he came over here. He got into the Flint Ridge program, and now he's a sheet metal worker. So this stuff, it works as long as folks take it seriously. But I do want to introduce again, now with all the support of our partners, I do want to bring up Chris Hannon, who also is from the building trades and has also supported our program for many years. So Chris, hey Chris.
Hello, Andy. Hello. First of all, hello, graduates. You know, for however you found out about the Flint Ridge program, I want to congratulate you on 2 things today. I want to congratulate you on stepping up and enrolling in the Flint Ridge program and for showing up every day. And most importantly, I want to congratulate you on this big moment in completing the Flint Ridge program. I want to welcome and say hello and thank all your families and friends who are on here giving you support, because you know, coming through a program like this and you know, for the programs you're about to embark on for your career and your future, you need plenty of support from your families and friends, and each of you for taking the time out to support the graduates today. You know, I can't say enough good things about each of you and all the gratitude. I want to say hello to the Flint Ridge staff, Andy, JD, Peter, everybody at Flint Ridge. Jaylene would be very, very proud of all the great work that you're continuing, about not only just continuing, about stepping up and overcoming problems. This last year has been tough, and I don't need to list all the reasons why it's been tough, but it's been tough. And, just observing here, I wish I was there in person, but observing here, we have a fantastic graduating class here. For all the other guests and especially the contractors out there, thank you for supporting Flint Ridge. If you're a guest and you have any say in the construction going on for your city, for your agency, and you do not have a community workforce agreement or project labor agreement, I challenge you to step up and do more to support the Flint Ridge graduates and graduates of other programs like this and create opportunities. The building trades, I'm a representative for the Los Angeles Orange County's Building Construction Trades Council, and want to send my appreciation to each of the graduates for considering a career in the building trades. We represent 48 affiliates who represent 140,000 of the best trained men and women in the construction industry. We welcome you into our unions, and most certainly, I want to give you encouragement. I want to let you know that the future is bright. Just prior to this meeting, I was meeting with a neighboring city and talked about your program and talked about the fantastic attributes that you are to not only our construction unions and our apprenticeship programs, the asset you are to the contractors that employ our members, and the asset you are to your families and to your community. So on behalf of all 140,000 men and women of the building trades, our local unions and apprenticeship programs, my sincere congratulations, and want to make sure that I'm also very polite and very welcoming as well, because I may come work for one of you. I'm a journeyman sprinkler fitter, and you never know what your future holds. And I might be coming to work for one of you one day on one of those projects. So I want to make sure I stay on all of your good sides and give you all the encouragement. Please stay in touch with the Flint Ridge staff. Let them know if you need anything. Also give them a call. Let them know when you're doing good as well. Your encouragement not only helps them, it helps all of us, but that encouragement and hearing about you doing well is going to help the future classes coming through Flint Ridge make it through a tough day, make it through a tough time. And we want to hear everything good. Ben and Isaac are there to help you, and want to make sure that Ben and Isaac know that they're really appreciated, and the work that all of you are doing together is changing lives. And congratulations again.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. And again, like Chris mentioned, a shout out to the families too, right? Like, cause folks wouldn't be able to make it through the class as well, because the family provides all the support. So if y'all could see on the screen, let's give the families too a round of applause. And now I want to bring up another gentleman. And in the beginning, this guy was really quiet in class, and I was just trying to get the feel for him, but it just turns out this guy really just had his stuff together and really wanted to get into the union right away. So, Sergio.
Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank God, obviously, for giving me the strength and courage to be here, to actually participate, but also the staff here at Flint Ridge Center. Awesome work that they do here, especially JD, Andy, and Peter. Man, I mean, everyone else pretty much has their work here, but I mean, these guys kind of helped me evolve in here. Like you said, I was kind of the quiet guy, standoffish, kind of getting the feel for everything. But being in these 10 weeks, man, I gotta appreciate everyone. Sam, Devin, Nick, Frankie, Justin, John, Bobby, Ramon. I mean, we built a friendship here, but also we became, comrades, as people would say here. But overall, this experience for me, I mean, I've been through different remedial jobs where you're going in, not knowing what to expect. Next thing you know, you're laid off. Jobs won't even give you raises. And just basically hearing about this opportunity to become a union member, saying that even if you get laid off, you still remain at the same pay wage, the benefits that comes with being union, and above all, the camaraderie that you gain from it, basically gaining a new family. That's what got me. I opened up, I laughed. We were competitive, but most of all, we shed tears together. So that's what kind of got me. PT got me, thanks to JD. Those bags, those cylinder blocks, all that, man. I'm gonna tell you, I almost quit this program on the first week just because of that. I'm not gonna lie, that's a tough thing. I was out of shape, pandemic-wise. I haven't been working for a year. I came into that, man. I felt like, but luckily these guys helped me stay here. You know, that's what actually got me. It's like, stay here, what I could gain from this, and then just being here actually at this podium to actually speak is like, wow. So thank you. You know, thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, like Sergio mentioned, yeah, everybody in here got real close. It's even tough for staff when people graduate and stuff like that, because we're like, man, we got used to these guys and now we gotta get used to a whole nother batch of guys, right? So appreciate that, Sergio, and I appreciate you in class. This next guy worked throughout the whole class, and it was a night shift and was still here on time, you know. So I want to just give him his credit for that, but also just welcome up Francisco.
Morning. How's everybody doing? Good. Thank you guys for being here. Just want to speak a little bit about my personal experience. Just coming here. Prior to coming to Flint Ridge, for about maybe 6 or 7 months, I was looking for union work. That involves getting up every morning, or in some cases, coming out of a 12-hour shift, and then just spending another 2 or 3 hours just looking for a sponsorship, calling contractors, getting the common no's, walking into union halls, meeting the people for a couple minutes, but mainly just applying for the most part, then probably just grabbing the application and stacking them up with the rest. When I came here, I can truly say that I was able to see from a different perspective and from a different scope, like a different view with the unions. You know, I guess at the time I thought I had it all figured out. I thought it was just kind of walking in, applying, and just kind of grabbing an opportunity that involves being a part of an apprenticeship. But when I came to Flint Ridge, I was able to see so much more, learn so much more with the staff here, like JD, Andy, Peter, and with Suzanne and Ted and Skip. And I was able to just meet so many different unions and grab a larger scope of what the union actually is, from everything from our rights as union workers, like the collective bargaining, what the contractors, the way that they negotiate that for the union members, and just so much more and beyond. And I just want to say thank you to all my classmates. I think we definitely deserve it, and I know we've definitely worked for it. Definitely like to add on that PT with JD. That was no joke. You know what I mean? It's not, it's just having to get out there and do it. But I'm very excited. I'm very eager to see what we can do. I know what we can do, but when when it will be, just our journey, get the ball rolling. But for the most part, for now, I just want to say congratulations to all my fellow classmates. God bless everybody here. And thank you again for the opportunity. It was a blessing. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, Francisco. And yeah, like you said, your journey is just begun. It keeps on going. You know, I like to say something that it's a journey, not a destination. It, like Nipsey Hussle said, it's a marathon, not a race, you know? So that's how one way we like to look at it. So we stay consistent and stay on point for this. But now at this time, I want to present their certificates. So let's get these guys their certificates. All right, y'all. Yeah. Cool. We're good. Yeah. Do you guys want to move in a bit more?
Okay, first up, Bobby Contreras. All right. Will, you want to stop in the middle? Or?
Yeah. So when you get here, just take some flicks.
Okay, next up, Jonathan Huff. Congratulations, Rusty.
Congrats, dude.
Great job. Come on, we can get you. I appreciate you, Mauricio.
Next up, Devin Hutchins.
Congratulations, bro.
Next up, Samuel Hutchins.
Congratulations, bro.
Francisco Macias.
Thank you. Thank you.
Justin Mitchell.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate you all. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How this.
Next up, Nicholas Paul.
Congratulations, bro. There you go. Yeah, man.
Sergio Rodriguez. And finally, Ramon Santos.
So at this moment, we just want to thank everyone for coming through, people that are in the room, and for you all who are on Zoom. Again, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure.